Hello, and welcome to my Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires Let's Play. But this is a Let's Play with a twist because I will be using all my created characters. Let's get right in there because that's just messing up. I'll be using all my created characters. As you probably guessed by the title, they are all Game of Thrones characters, that's right. We've got, what am I doing? Go to edit mode. We've got the North, got Catelyn, Robb, Jon Snow, Sansa, Arya. I've made over 300 characters. I got this game about 2-3 weeks ago and I made over 300 characters, just all from the Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire universe, all characters created by George R. R. Martin himself. Some of them have got the looks from the movie. Some of them have got the looks from the TV show, like Littlefinger here. You know, Podrick looks like the TV show. Tyrion, who my friend Marcus Garlick created. You know, he's got the look of the TV show. Cersei. You know, I tried to make them look more like the TV show versions. There's my Robb Stark. You know, they look like the description of the books. Robb Stark would probably have longer hair, wouldn't have a beard, you know. So I thought the more recognisable face would be more fun for you guys to watch. But obviously the characters that are from the books that you don't get to see on the show would look more like the description from the books, such as, you know, Small John Umber. I think he might be in the show, but you just never really see him. Like this guy, I've based him on how his description is in the books. This Lucas Blackwood, he's a Stark bannerman, he's a Stark soldier. I think he's one of the Starks, is one of the captain of the guards or one of the guards at Winterfell, and a whole bunch of faceless guards for Winterfell. But these names are actually Mickon, Hayhead, Skitrick, Popsy Tim, Owlbelly. They're all actual characters from Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire. And then you've got Great John Umber. Probably one of the biggest members of the Stark army. He's probably like the second in command or something like that. Great John Umber. If you could tell by his face and his hair and his beard, in the books his hair's like brown, it's really long, and he looks a little bit younger. And you know, he's got a big beard and everything, but in the show he's got more of a shorter beard, and he's got short hair. So what I've decided to do, because I like the way he looks in the books and I like the way Great John looks in the TV show. Like the actor's quite, you know, a popular actor. He had everyone remembers his fingers getting bitten off by Grey Wind, Robb's wolf. So I thought it would be cooler just to mix Great John Umber with the book and the TV show versions. I've done that with quite a few other characters as well, like Rickard Karstark. I mean, in the show he's a bit balding, and I've made him have his face from the show, but his hair is more like how it is in the books. He's got more full head of hair, but in the show the top of his head is a bit more balding. So characters like that will be mixed up. And then I've got his sons here. Mage Mormont, one of the tough beast women that were fighting for the Starks. So many characters, I'm not going to go through all of them now, otherwise you guys are going to get really bored. I'll go through them in a little bit later, but I'm just trying to introduce you guys to what I've done here. Just basically, if you guys are familiar with Dynasty Warriors, you know that you can create your own army, you can create a whole bunch of characters and have your own, literally, you can have your own story play out, basically, especially with Empire mode. Right, we just go into edit mode right here, and we look at what we can do. You can create, obviously I've shown you can create your own officers. You can create your own units, so I've got like 3 Stark units here, the main Stark unit led by Robb, the Karstark units, and people loyal to the Starks. Book purists will know what I mean by loyal to the Starks. They're people that aren't really with the Starks, but they get sent to work for the Boltons, but they end up but they end up being loyal to the Starks regardless. Like, because you know the Boltons obviously betray the Starks later on, and the Freys betray the Starks later on. The Freys and the Boltons originally were with Stark, with Robb Stark, but they betray him later. And these men were obviously with the Freys or with the Boltons at the time, but they stayed loyal to the Starks. So, and that's the Stark loyals. And you've got the Lannisters. I mean, technically it's Baratheons because Joffrey's the king, but I thought I've already got 2 other Baratheon units. I'll get to those later. So I just thought it'd be make more sense if I just use Lannister, because everyone knows Joffrey's a Lannister. He's an inbred Lannister who took the Baratheon name. But yeah. Anyway, I'm getting too into that. I'll do that for later on. The whole point is for me to explain this game, right? Dynasty Warriors Empires 8. It's basically, I've always been a fan of the Dynasty Warriors franchise. Me and my friend Marcus Garlic, you've probably heard of him on my channel sometimes. We used to play this game like when we were younger, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. We used to play this game all the time. We used to always I loved the characters Lubu, Cao Cao, Zayu Dun. We used to just play loads of wars and all that, and it's always been our dream to just be able to create our own wars. And now, like 6 years later, finally, Dynasty Warriors Empires 8, you can create your own, literally your own custom scenarios and put your own created soldiers in there with your own banners and your own war horses and your own soldiers. It's just insane what we can do with this. And I've always thought the best. I mean, you've got Dynasty Warriors. You've got Dynasty Warriors Gundam Wing. You've got Dynasty Warriors Hyrule, or whatever it's called. What's it called? Hyrule Warriors. Sorry. You've got Dynasty Warriors Gundam Wing. You've got all these like offshoot Dynasty Warrior games. But literally the best idea for Dynasty Warriors would be Westeros or A Song of Ice and Fire, or Game of Thrones, whatever you want to call it, is one of the best ideas for a Dynasty Warriors type game. Take Dynasty Warriors format and just throw Game of Thrones characters in there. You've got the best game. It's basically a war strategy game, but it's not just strategy. You don't just do strategies. You get into the battlefield and you hack, slash, cut through a bunch of soldiers, cut through important officers. You can kill people. You can behead them. It's a whole bunch of fun and laughs. And yeah, I just can't wait to get into this Dynasty Warriors Game of Thrones world I've created. And now, enough of the intro. Like, I'm hoping most of you know what Dynasty Warriors is about by now. I can't go into it too much, there's too much information. I'm already like nearly 10 minutes into this. I'm gonna have to edit it down. If I've said 10 minutes but it's actually 5 minutes, it's because I've cut a whole lot of bullshit out. But yeah, it's just so much to go into, so like I mean, I'm sure you guys know what Dynasty Warriors is about. Let's just get right into it and I'll show you my Game of Thrones world that I've inputted into this game.